So my name is Laura Preble, and my husband is John, and we are Lala and Pops to all our babies. And we have been doing this for 6.5 years. We started in July of 2012. We've had 17 babies in that time. Number 16 and number 17 are still in our house right now. And it has just been a wonderful journey. We had just 1 month, and then we've had two sibling groups that we had almost 2 years, and then the others have been somewhere in between. So my husband and I, we have 3 children of our own. They're now 25, 28, and 30. And we love kids. We love, before we had kids, we were always into our nieces and nephews. They all came over to play. We had fun. So we've always been kid baby people. And then along the way, we met a friend that I've known 25 plus years, and she has been doing foster care and adoption for a long, long time. And we would always see her out. We'd see her at games. She always had a new baby. It was always so exciting. I thought one day, we both said, one day we're going to do that. One day we're going to do that. So eventually, we were always busy. There was always a reason. Kids were busy with kids, whatever. And so finally, my daughter was in college. I was at home, and my husband said, if we're going to do this, now's the time. The hardest thing is always when the babies have to leave. These babies, they take a piece of our heart with us when they leave. And I think that also it's how much we hurt them when they leave. The little ones, it's not so much, but the older ones, and the oldest we've had has been 5 when she's left us. But, we know we hurt them. We know, she was asking us why couldn't Lala and Pops be for her forever mommy and daddy. She knew we were looking for a forever mommy and daddy. And the question was always, why can't you be my forever mommy and daddy? So we know we hurt these kids. It hurts us when they leave. But it's just all part of the process. We have been so blessed, and our babies have gone such incredible places. So seeing that, one of the huge joys of this journey has been seeing the babies go to their forever families. And our family has just grown exponentially, because most of these families we stay in touch with. We're just another set of grandparents to these babies. So, it's just, we've seen, families that were just adding. They already had bio kids and they were adding, and then we've seen, families that these are their first babies, and this is what they've wanted for so long, and it's just been amazing. God has really blessed us. We've had only one baby return home in the 17 babies that we've had. So we've had some go to kinship placements, but actually return home, we've only had one baby return home. Well, it's always fun to, when you're going to get waiting on that call, that anticipation of what the next placement is going to be. Sometimes it seems like you're waiting forever for that call. It's like when I'm waiting on a call, I don't ever leave my phone. My phone's in my pocket. My phone's attached to me because I'm not going to miss that call. So that part's fun. But the other part is like what I just talked about, seeing these families, these babies go to forever families that are just incredible. Well, we've met CASA workers that have been wonderful. We've met CPS workers that have been wonderful. Some are not, some are a little bit more challenging to work with. We've had different family specialists in our time with Arms Wide and have enjoyed working with each of those. It's been a very positive experience, and we really, we love meeting. We love how we have the monthly foster care or the quarterly foster care support group meetings, because we get to meet other families there. We love the Christmas party. That's probably my favorite thing every year, because people come back, and you get to see them and how much their kids have grown. And so we love that part too. We've met some incredible families on this journey. I think that the biggest thing about Arms Wide is that we feel like y'all have our back. You work with a lot of different people in this system. You work with CPS, you work with CASA, you work with the attorneys, and I feel like, if we've ever had an issue with CPS or anybody, we just call y'all and you help me out with how to deal with it. I've had, there was a potential placement where an attorney called me with a placement, and it was a media case, and I was real unsure about it, so I called Arms Wide, and y'all walked me through the process of, if this is what would happen with a media case, this is, and it was very helpful, So I just feel like y'all are always there to support us with anything that happens, and you're just that buffer between us and CPS. Plus, going to the court all the time so that I can keep up with, I don't necessarily go to court since we're foster only, but with the family specialist going to court and finding out about, what's happening with each case is so extremely helpful. And I know that, we have friends with other agencies, and they don't do that. I mean, it's the I'm always trying to talk people into changing over to Arms Wide. if they're disgruntled with their agency, not if they're happy with their agency, but if they're just, if they're like, I'm sure, and I'm like, then come to us because they're wonderful. So many people, the biggest question we get is, how can you do this? How can you let them go? I wouldn't be able to do it because, I'd get too attached. And I guess what people have to understand is it's not about us. It's about these kids, and it's about these babies. And if you go into it with that attitude of, I'm going to love this baby as long as they're in my home, whether it's 1 month or almost 2 years, which some of our placements have been, in that amount of time, I'm going to love them and, let them grow as much as they can while they're with us. And that's what it's all about. I would say if you're on the fence, leap over the fence and do it. It is the most incredible thing it has been the most incredible thing for my husband and I. We have, these babies they just want to be loved, and that's what we've been able to do, and it's so amazing. So I would say just go for it. Go for it. It's so worth